What logo?
Putting the 20-year logo on it next year. 20 years. Team's been around.
Mm.
All right, let's see how fucking shit this is. Doing it again. Something whack with my setup right now. Where the fuck did I get off track just then? Least favourite corners in this car.
What, that long left down the hill?
I've forgotten. Yes. Second last corner? Penultimate corner, I think.
Yeah. That's horrible. It feels like the car's going to spin around.
Feels like the marshmallows in the front and then the rear slides later.
And in this corner, it feels like it's going to go around the whole time.
Yeah, well, I have gone around.
In that corner, as soon as I start feeding the throttle on, wants to go around.
All right, well, that lap's gone now, off track. Fuck's sake. Oh, that's wide. That's wide. That's wide. That's wall. That's wall. That's wall.
Like Shinnett's wrong. It is not.
So how slow is slow? Is too slow.
Like crawling it. I was on the pit limiter still. Why? You waiting for me?
I'm crawling out
Probably
of the pit.
staying second or third gear.
Oh, that should be right.
At Alton Park, we were easily getting like 2 or even 3 good laps, but I feel like here it might be just 1 good lap.
Yep. and do a lap, and next one you're a second off or something. It's something crazy.
You can sort of feel the tires are less grippy by the second lap.
Oh, everyone's playing Mech Warrior now.
Best game ever.
Nice, awesome.
Special variation in Mech Warrior where you're on a racetrack.
Yeah, Brazil somewhere. Yeah. Sao Paulo.
It's search and destroy mission.
Yeah.
Search and seek and destroy.
Now, Sean, tell me that you're struggling here in this car even more than Alton Park.
It's probably easier than Alton Park.
Here we go. And it begins. I'm feeling really comfortable with the car to like, what the fuck is going on?
Now he knows what I feel like.
Yeah.
It's shit.
I don't know if I'm any faster or whether I'm just putting around keeping it under control. I have lost the rear a couple times, though it does feel quite taily.
I was feeling good last night's session until about, I don't know, 30 minutes in, and then Warwick suddenly pumped out a time half a second faster than I was doing.
2 tenths. Fucking hell.
It's not fair. Could have let me have this one thing.
You had the whole fucking week last week.
If Warwick suddenly goes half a second quicker than me, then I think I'm fucked because I don't know how I could go any faster, and I've only done a couple laps.
Well, that was my problem last night. I had the same feeling. Like, what? Just for a while there, I was like a second faster. I thought, okay, I got this car sus.
Hadn't put all that together though.
I know. Well, I realised that once you came out and fucking beat my time. Okay then. Sean, I'm guessing you set the server up?
Yeah.
Saw the name.
You could just do it once. The whole idea is to raise awareness, not take the piss. It's just
Yeah, it gets people's attention. They're like, what the fuck is that?
I don't think that's how it goes.
Yeah, I think I'll actually get involved in this Donate for Life because these guys have obviously got a sense of humour. Something like that.
Well, now I know that I'm off the pace because I'm only a tenth faster than Warwick, and we're all talking, which means Warwick's at least half a second off.
Not sure I enjoy being the butt of all the jokes.
Well, welcome to my
I
club.
just said you were fast.
The James May of the group. I'm not sure.
It's
Alright.
the opposite.
Oh, do you really want to be the Jeremy of the group, though?
Oh,
Particularly with his latest faux pas.
faux pas.
Oh,
Yeah.
what did you do?
Oh, okay. What did he do, mate? What
The Royal was it?
The
Was it
Royals,
Seth
that's right.
Megan, yeah.
Yeah, he did the whole
Oh.
hater shit. Basically, it was like the whole, you know, she should get a big slap around the back of the head, kind of, and then, you know, these
You
big
can't
jumps
take
off.
him seriously though. He's not a serious journalist. He's there to take the piss. That's
Yeah.
literally his job.
Yeah.
And look, to his credit, we've had all this fucking whoever they are, Merkel and what's his face, in the media this week because they released a TV show, and it's not news. I don't want to turn Sydney Morning Herald and read about them. I just don't give a fuck. So,
But you know, you're right. It's Clarkson's job, but it's also who he is. He is the guy that he's not like
he's there. Yeah, but it's his job to stir people up. That's why they employ him, is to stir people up. It's to get people talking about it. That's his job.
Oh, you guys set up a race.
It's a 5-minute race at the end of
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think I can last 5 minutes, but I'll give it a go. I'll go.
I just saw the qualifying and think, what?
Struggling with turn 4 the most. Just feels like the car's on ice. I think as soon as you get to the sort of off camber part, there's just no grip.
See, mine's the last corner.
Yeah, I struggle last. Definitely. In turn 1 braking, I'm struggling there.
Just brake earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
That's like Dennis saying get good. Come on.
No, it's not, because
No,
braking earlier is easy.
That's literally what's wrong, though.
Well, it's always my problem anyway. Alrighty, anyway. Just watch this. 33 coming up. Or 43 or whatever the fuck it is. No, 33.
Just wait up for us.
Oh, I'm waiting up. Have you made a lap yet? Oh, you must have got a time on the board.
We've done a few. I am finding it very interesting with this car. Like it feels like there's a really different technique needed to go fast during the race versus one lap. Like,
yeah. Hey, Sean, turn 4, of course. You're talking about
oh my god,
There's 1 after 3. Yep.
there's 1 before 5, right? The Verstappen Hamilton corner.
yeah. Well, you got
Yeah.
1, 2, and then 3's the long left onto the straight, and then 4's the
Yeah.
one at the end of the straight.
No, I'm definitely struggling with that one too. I just feel like I've got no turn.
I got plenty of time. I got too much turn. You can have some of my turn.
Okay, well, yeah, that sounds bad.
I feel like the turn on entry is good. Like, it doesn't understeer. Gets to the apex, it feels fine, and then as soon as I'm trying to sort of exit the corner, it just feels like there's no grip. And then even when I try and catch the slide, the whole car just slides sideways.
By the way, don't go too slow. I've just got a black flag
Oh yeah.
qualifying like a thingy Watson. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the
Sean,
guy
when you get-
accidentally left it on like the strictest qualifying.
Yes.
And I absolutely didn't know that before I told you.
You liar. You liar, pen. I better be an admin.
Just just a reset. You would have made it to the start finish before us.
Yeah, I know. So now it says laps
hang
won't
on.
count until
On
you
the
reset.
straight.
Yeah, next
Well, I
straight, you
don't-
do it for me.
I don't know if the admin can even clear that, but I can make you admin anyway.
Yeah, it's a
then
black
you
flag.
can
You should be
figure
able
it
to clear it. Or maybe admin, whatever's easier.
Penalty? You stop you cheating, you big fat cheater.
Yeah, your tires are super cold now. Make admin.
There you go. Thanks, mate. Well, it might be cold, but they didn't help there. Still got an off track.
Holy Julie.
Uh-oh. Oh, you're right. Didn't clear it. Bucket.
You'll listen to me one day.
One day. Apparently, I'm not serving a penalty.
I fucking told you it's
Stupid.
like fucking talking to my children, honestly. Actually, I
Oh,
probably got more.
Speaking of which, is it okay if I take the car on Friday?
No! You didn't come home when I told you to come home. You were late, and now you want to do this. I don't ask for much, mate. You just got to keep your room clean. Come home when I ask you to.
You just made me crash in the
Shit.
pit exit.
Show your mother some respect. Put off fucking blue flag or whatever. I'll get pinged for that. I get the blue flag. I got to pull over and let him by, and then I'll get pink for driving too fucking slow.
Blue flags don't get you a penalty or anything though, so you could have just ignored it.
The race, don't they? If it's long enough.
No,
No, I don't think so.
blue flags are advisory in iRacing because that's how Americans treat them.
Americans.
I think it makes sense in like oval racing because just because you're a lap down doesn't mean you're like super slow or anything. Like it's really easy to end up a lap down.
Fuck it away. You shouldn't be influencing the result of the race. Fuck off out of the way. That's what it should say. Fuck's sake.
Oh. God, the race is going to be interesting unless people run safer setups than this.
Well, it's quite a low wing, and it was the same. So it's 4 wing out of a max of like 12 or more.
I don't know. Might actually play with the setup here because I remember. I think we all remember when Warwick suggested I soften the ARB on the GT3 Porsche.
Yeah,
And like it just allowed me to push much harder. So if you make this car a little safer, it might actually be faster. I guess the wing is because if somebody's going to overtake you, it's going to be on the straight, and so you don't want to be a sitting duck on the straight. But if you're just a couple tenths quicker around the rest of the lap, I don't think you'll really be under threat. And then maybe it's like if you qualify at the front, run high wing. If you qualify at the back, run low wing.
Yeah.
In other words, I'll be running 0 wing.
That's hard to carry full throttle through there.
Yeah, I can only do it on like the first lap when you got tons of grip.
You're trying to hold third there, both
Yeah.
here? Yeah.
Oh, we should do heat racing. We should do. You get 2 races in, don't you? Or is it not?
I didn't want to take up too much time with racing. I figured it's basically just a practice session with a little race at the end for a bit of fun.
Yeah, but there's no practice.
Yeah, this is practice.
Actually,
I
it's
don't know about
good.
you, but I'm practicing.
It's good practice for off tracks, though.
Yeah.
We should practice in open quality more often.
See, now you're seeing the light.
Jesus, do you see the light? Oh, you fucking cocksucking motherfucking fucking shit fucking cunt.
I've got rock track now. God, that corner it sucks for rock tracks. That corner just totally sucks for off tracks.
It just sucks you out there. I mean, it's fair. It's like as long as you've got two wheels inside the white line, you're fine. It's just keeping it that way. It's really difficult.
Guys, I'm ruining my fucking goal.
You shouldn't have started so close behind me.
I'm fucking 2 seconds behind.
Yeah, well, I'm at the end of my fuel run. These tires are cooked.
Got no. Oh, you got a
Oh,
Shit.
Warwick, restart it. Get the clutch in next time.
I've got 4 laps to go. Tire pressures are not that high, I don't think. Oh, actually, the rear right one is pretty high. Whoa.
now you mentioned the rear ARB last time, Sean.
Mm.
I actually tried that, and it did help a little. But I only tried it with the Alton Park setup rather than the dedicated Brazil one from VRS.
Alton Park was a dedicated VRS one. What are you talking about?
I mean, as in for the track. As in, I used the set for Alton Park here, as opposed to using the Brazil made one.
We got to check how many laps we're supposed to do. John will tell us in a sec.
I guess at least because the race distance is just lap based, there's not really much to think about with fuel. It's very easy, and the setups we get are probably always going to be right.
Plus the leader. Amazing. One fucking lap. I'm on it. I catch you guys. Off track. Get out by myself. Can't do it. 6/10 down.
Oh, it's too late on the brakes. I think this is my last lap.
Last corner, every time.
Spinning, just understeering wide.
No. Just missed the turn in by a fucking bee's testicle.
Got to pull up earlier for turn 1. Are you guys flat through 3?
Not quite.
On a new tyre.
I'm just lightly feathering it, like just barely lifting off. But you really want to use like the whole track. You're right on the apex, and then you let the car run all the way to the edge, just to try and use as little steering as possible. And it's a fine line.
Just no off tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just watched my second last lap, and I'm full throttle into it, and then I'm lifting to about 90% for 2 or 3 seconds in the middle before back on the full throttle. I don't know, maybe I could do it with full throttle, but I'm just trying to keep it under control.
Safety lift.
I'm really hoping that when you guys set your times, it was ridiculously cold and it's dramatically heated since then.
It's actually cooled down.
Yeah. I'm nowhere.
Got old tyres. It's 1 lap and then it goes.
Yeah.
So unless you're on your out lap, forget about it.
My race laps were more like 36.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, it makes me feel better.
I have no bullets in any of the guns. I'm giving 7. That's easy. 35 bullets. I hit him twice.
Oh, damn. That's crazy. I was just a little bit cautious. Not a lot, just a little bit cautious. 2/10. That fucking last corner is a make or break.
Oh, yeah, what a terrible lap you had.
New tyre lap.
So it was mine?
Yeah, but you're about to do another one.
I was trying. I made it 1 corner. I'm hoping I can find some more time.
Put new tyre laps. You'll be there.
So after my last race, I think I need to just focus on consistency and surviving.
Yeah, that worked well. I didn't get 1 lap in.
You got really unlucky though. There's nothing you do about that.
No, I agree.
Oh, also, that message you got, I'm pretty sure does mean that they said something to him. Because I've had them respond before and say, oh, no, we don't think that there was, any protest here.
Yeah.
Did they say that?
Yeah.
I commented on that as well. They have the same conclusion. The fact they've said that the other person will be informed, I think that's pretty clear evidence that they've
I've
seen
had
it as a
both
breach.
responses. I've had that response, and I've had another response where they said, no, we don't think that. Basically, like, I thought the guy had a really bad rejoin, which is protestable, but I think they were basically like, oh, we don't think he had enough control to be able to do anything about it.
Okay, so it wasn't
Whereas-
intentionally bad rejoin. It was just hold on, and that's where he ended out.
But your experience last night, I mean, the guy on the right, I doubt he would have got a comment because he's gone off the line and slowed down.
Yeah,
the
that's
dude on the
totally
left,
fine.
he definitely should have been pulled up on that.
Well, especially because he avoided someone taking a slowdown, and then while alongside took his slowdown, which is just moronic. That is going to cause a crash every time.
Yeah, broke on the race line to slow down, side by parallel with him.
Yeah,
Like he caught him, then went, okay, I'll do it here so they can't get through.
Yeah, it seemed very intentional that he was trying to block you while taking his own slowdown to not lose positions.
No doubt.
He was sort of slowing because I'd pulled out from behind him to take the inside.
Yeah.
And then they saw the car legitimately taking the slowdown. I had to pull, and that was like it. Okay,
and
same.
And even if he was just a moron and had no idea what was going on around him, I feel like that's also worth them being like, hey, mate, that's unacceptable. You need to be more aware.
Jacob got done for a VIR race start, which I thought was actually really good. He slowed down and he went early, and the guy in P2 lifted. Jacob didn't lift. You know when you sort of go too early and you think, oh shit, I'm going to catch the pace car before we go green? But P2 must have freaked out and lifted and caused a massive accident because he lifted at the green flag.
Oh. Well, that's his problem. That's not Jake.
Well, I thought Jacob got a little bit hard done by then.
Yeah, if Jake doesn't lift, how can he be in trouble for slowing down at the start? He didn't slow down. I guess
there's another look.
Yeah, I guess there's potentially going too early. Like, I don't know. But
I think that's what it was. I think it must have been something.
I've definitely had guys like, they're 6-7 KI rating. They clearly want to win the race, and they're sort of being real dodgy on the start line to try and not get overtaken before the start or before the first corner.
Remind me to turn on my second clutch before we go racing. This is at 5 minutes, so...
Turn on your second clutch before we go racing.
3 laps?
Yeah. Damn it, I've gone off track turn 3. I honestly don't think I have 3 tenths in me.
Oh, crap.
I haven't done any practice starts. There's going to be less grip here for the start.
So should I pull over and do a practice start? Yeah, I should.
I don't know if that'll give you a good practice start out there.
No, I got to go on. Load up my clutch software.
But GB got a very fast launch without using the second clutch.
Yeah. I don't think I could do much better, to be honest, with the second.
Okay, let's see what we get here then, eh? I'm just going to launch it into the wall.
I mean, if you start sliding, just get out of the throttle.
Yeah. As everyone powers by.
I mean, just in this session. It's not like you're going to lose us before the first corner.
Okay, so I think pit lane would be slipperier than anywhere else, right?
Pit lane, I found it to be grippier. I
Yeah.
got fucked a few times practicing in pit lane and then just spinning the rears in the race. Which could be like them simulating the fact that people are constantly like spinning their tires coming out of the pits. Maybe it is typically a really grippy piece of
That's
tarmac.
sticky, cementy stuff. Doesn't look like it would be grippier, but oh.
Fucking turn 4 every time. Off track.
Yeah, I'm not going to get a better lap in. It's fucking fast, lads. Were you on quali set work?
Yeah, he was.
That's cheeky.
Ah, fuck's sake. I haven't finished spinning out yet. I'm still getting told I need to go back to lap won't count. No, it wasn't. Waste of fucking time that is.
Oh, maybe 5 seconds.
I don't even know how I'm going off the track yet. I'm still getting it off track. Feel like I'm right on the edge. I don't get it.
Yeah, get a bit of wheel spin there.
Hey? Well, no. Most tracks, an off track is when half the car goes over, right?
Half the car. Center of the car.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Center of the car, yeah.
I think at this one it's the center of the car over the curbs, which is what is happening. You're like 10, 20 centimeters over.
So essentially, mate, you're cheating. That's what you say.
It's just stupid.
Right. Everyone using full race fuel?
Yes, Roger.
All right.
And I bumped up my bite point.
It's a bit of an uphill grid here. Interesting.
Actually, that'll make the using the clutch a better idea, won't it?
Got a wheel spin. Fuck.
Yeah, I just almost
Got a break. Not there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, shit, this set me wide. I'm gonna.
When you're outside. Damn it. We got Chief. Oh, whoa. I'm sorry. I knew that was going to happen. Sorry, man. It's totally locked up.
Winner!
Didn't make it very far.
Inside.
Great start, Chief. Thanks, mate. I
on your left.
appreciate that.
Oh, that's too deep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Should we regroup for
Yeah,
a
we're
rolling
actually
start?
No,
I'm
clutch.
slowing.
We're going to clutchy.
You want to restart on the grid?
I don't know that the clutch has another.
Yeah.
Mine might. I got it off pretty quick. Alright, so are we going to start out of the final corner or on the grid?
I've already started.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll start then. Here I come with the draft. That's not very strong, is it?
Not when he does that. It's like cheating. Oh my god.
So slow in the corner.
Where's the brake performance gone?
Hold.
Oh.
Mine was about the same as normal. I break it about.
Mine wasn't. I broke early and I had trouble trying to hold it out.
Oh, you're definitely stronger than me through that corner. Oh, look up.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing?
3.7 seconds.
Ah.
Go.
Oh, shit. Alright, we're going.
You guys normally go down
Wonder
wide through
screen
there.
off
Don't you normally come back a bit closer to the apex, for example? Oh, last lap.
White flag.
Come on, fucking hell, spotter. No! There's a big bump there.
Oh.
Send it, you big girl. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. I got 2 car contact warning 0 times instead.
Oh, winner!
You can do that.
Pretty sure I
First
had
to last
3
on the
ways.
last lap there. You alright?
Yeah, I had 3 race spins out of that.
No, only the winner at the end gets counted.
Well, just remember that when I don't slow down next time.
Oh, it was just safety cars.
Oh, and he wins the post-race race. He's in the lead.
You guys are awful. Oh, I'm having flashbacks! Oh, fucking Jesus!
Oh my god! Oh, he got airborne. Oh, that's worth a replay right there.
I got fucked by that. I was like, I'm just going to hit maneuver him real quick as he goes by, and I just got launched.
That was
I don't think
great.
you gave...
You did like almost a 360, man.
You come across, what were you doing?
Trying to pit maneuver you. It should have worked too.
What, put me into the wall?
Yeah.
How did that work?
Well, it didn't.
Yeah, I'll go, just checking.
Turn 1 at that last lap, though. I think that was fair. Nothing dodgy happened. I'm not sure what you sound like you're complaining about something.
I can't remember.
No. Oh, you just went a bit wide. Did you have Chief on?
Which part are we talking about? Last lap?
Last lap when I got past you. You left space and then you end up running wide.
Remember now.
There was a bit of a net code contact there with you and I, Warwick, at turn 5.
How in God's name did he get back to it if they had to pass you a couple of cerebral vision?
When you guys got through, oh, yeah, on the last lap.
Yeah.
Turn 3, 2.
Yeah, 2.
No, it's how I hit the curb.
Hmm.
It was full grip, I hit the curb and it tried to throw me around. Just hope I didn't die. Wasn't very fun. I'll have to watch the start actually.
I thought I was being a little bit cautious with the clutch position, but I completely spun the wheels. I had to just lift off the throttle and put it back down again. But then, yeah, you were very early on the brakes, and I came right up behind you.
I got there and went, oh, I have no idea where to brake. Like, zero clue.
I was probably a little bit deep, but I did make it. I don't think I slowed down on you.
Definitely think I need to put a bit of practice in.
However, I, through that process, was pretty amazing.
Well, you didn't hit the back of me, which was very close.
It's always a bonus, isn't it?
And then, oh, that's right, you took me out. I got to see this.
Oh, you mean the lap
Turn
1?
4. Yeah.
I was hoping you'd forgotten.
Honestly, didn't think you were close enough, so I wasn't too worried. So I just took the normal line.
No, I just came in way too hot.
I think trying to outbrake from a car length back is pretty optimistic.
Yeah, no, it was a little bit of an error on my behalf. I kind of popped out and
You're
was like, oh shit, there's 100. Yeah, I just braked just a tiny bit too late.
I don't know. You're almost down there. Almost like Sean should have given you room, man. I think you might have made the corner.
You turned in on
I
me.
don't think so.
Yeah, I think
you turned in. Ah, that's good point. I feel vindicated now. That's great. Sean, what were you doing, man? That's two sessions in a row you've hit me. So I would have totally made that corner of Sean.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Taking off track for your first lap, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Dead certain, man.
Pretty sure Sean's used me as a brake before in similar circumstance.
Oh, I think we've all done
Oh, I don't. I mean, I'm
similar. Not you, no.
Mary
but,
Perpins.
I mean,
Mary Perpins?
everyone-
Oh my god, Mary Poppins.
Mary Perpins.
think I need to go a little bit slower into turn 4 and turn in a little bit later to try and get a better exit. I think I'm turning in too early, and that's why I'm so oversteery on the exit, because I'm still turning too much.
And you're using too much throttle. Well, I was anyway. That's what I've got to be really patient on the throttle, otherwise it kicks out.
I'm also struggling, compared to you two at least, on the penultimate corner or the one before it, and the penultimate corner.
The one where Hamilton took out Albon.
Albon, yeah, the Albon corner.
I can't remember.
That's how I count it. The penultimate corner is the
the left-hander or the final left-hander. Yeah.
So the penultimate corner.
Yeah, in a GT3 you go flat through there, but
it's just a little feather through there.
Yeah, I wasn't really counting the last bend in the straight as a corner, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's a serious corner. It's not straight.
Looking at my inputs there, I'm sort of down to... Oh, hang on. That was the lap where we were catching with work. Where's a better lap? Let's see what I do. It's sort of like turn 3, but I think more of a lift.
I lift a lot. I think we're going to in the race, otherwise I think you'll overheat the tyres. I mean, like you said, on the first lap you could probably get flat through there. But do you want to? I think I think the price of it will be some pretty hot and yuck tyres.
I have to look at my tyres at the end of my stint. Towards the end of my practice run, I was down to about 75% throttle through the middle of the second last corner.
It's one of those ones you try and turn in initially, and the fronts don't want to comply, so you give it more and you give it some more throttle, and all of a sudden the rear says, "Hang on, don't forget about me," and tries to swap it.
I think, like turn 3 as well, it's like you could turn the car harder, like you're saying, just use more of the tyre, but you really want to you're just trying to minimise your steering and put the whole way through the corner.
Yep, think about the race distance.
And it's followed almost immediately by the next corner, so you don't need to like carry tons of speed or go super fast out of that corner.
I'm watching your the last lap in the race, both of us through there, and the top speed's the same, pretty much. 1k in it, maybe. My throttle, I think maybe I'm carrying too much throttle though. It looks more like about 80%, 85. You're saying you're doing 70%.
I'll have a look at my last lap.
Where are you measuring?
The apex, or the slowest point.
Okay. On the last lap of the race, I was still probably at about 80% throttle. It's probably because the tyres were newer.
I completely lift on entry though. Like
really?
but I'm lifting on entry and then flat, as opposed to just holding 80% through the whole way.
Okay, I'll give that a go too. Most interesting.
Talking about the second last 90-degree corner, right?
Yep.
The one after Albon. Let's go back and look at my actual hot lap. Oh yeah, just a little lift on my hot lap.
Right, okay. But on your race lap, you're fully lifting.
Yeah, that was... I don't want to die on the exit. That's more safety. Maybe I'll start picking it up.
What's the time? Too late for another one?
Probably. Yeah.
I've got a bit of work to
turning
do with
Monday.
this. Yeah, I've got a bit of work to do with this track to get myself up to speed, though. It's one of those tracks where I feel like I'm missing a couple of important ingredients with the lined approaches to corners and things like that.
This is not a fun car to be in. It's the same thing.
Start again then.
Not a fun car. It's to be fast. It's on a knife edge, and I've practiced that last corner. I'm going to call it the last corner. You can fuck right off. And if you nail the deep heavy braking and manage to turn in without spinning, there's 2 or 3 tenths in there. But I can only get it 1 out of 15 or 1 out of 20 times. The rest I'm rotating the rear every time. I did that that practice reset thing down there, and I was just spin. But once you get it right in your deltas, you go and do it in like a race where you just want to survive and 2 or 3 tenths down every time. And I think that's multiplied by the whole track. There's a small window of performance, and if you nail any of that, it's amazing. If you're doing something just the smallest bit wrong, just too deep, too anything, it punishes you so fucking much. And I think I was trying to just go into hot everywhere at Alton Park. But as soon as you try and go, you know what, I'll brake a little earlier, your delta just lights up in red everywhere, and you go, fucking hell, that's clearly not the way to do it. Fucking punishing car.
Yes. Good thought, though, of the over-braking thing. I think at Alton Park, I was really conscious of braking a little early. And maybe that...
But then you get Sean on your rear bumper and he fucking closes up in the
I
brakes.
know. Well, that's why that's why I always overdo it, because not so much Sean, funnily enough. It's one of my other teammates.
No, it's Sean.
Who
Definitely Sean.
I was definitely closing on you in the braking in that little race there. Lap 1, I think was too late. I think it was like I was slightly too late and you were slightly too early, so it made us come together.
In turn 1?
Yeah, turn 1, lap 1.
Yeah, don't count that. That doesn't count.
But the start of the second lap, where I think you said you broke a little bit earlier, and I was right up on your bumper at the apex of turn 1 from like a couple car lengths back. So there's a big difference there.
Yep. And I think it's easy when you're following because you wait till they break and then you brake kind of stuff, or you brake early and you release a bit. You can just
even through the braking zone, you can just adjust as you sort of watch their car.
Yeah. But I'm definitely trying to be a little less aggressive because I was doing the same thing through turn 4. Off track. I'm like, well, I have to do something different.
I am kind of wondering about potentially like braking too hard compromises your maximum corner speed by like heating the tires up too much in the braking zone. So maybe like as a whole in the corner, you don't want to be maximizing the braking.
There's definitely something along those lines happening.
And maybe that's why the brake bias isn't any further back, because they don't want the rears getting too hot on entry.
Yep. There's something about it that the smart guys know that we haven't figured out yet. We'll get it in week 13.
I think we weren't that far off at Alton Park. I think we're for where we normally are compared to the aliens.
Yeah, I definitely.
You're sort of there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
I didn't. I just found us in the typical fastest of those who turn up to the practice sessions or thereabouts, and then there's.
I mean, we weren't that far off the leaders in the race. In sort of 1 lap pace. Obviously, we all had race problems, especially you. I mean, you were damaged the whole race. You were never going to be.
No, I have nothing to sort of judge it off.
Yeah.
But I'm struggling with that consistency though. I'm having to lift or slow down to find that consistency. But the amount I have to slow down to get that consistency is way too much. I said I struggled with having sectors, really solid sectors, but just not being able to tie them together consistently. Like there'd be a one corner, and then the tyres would go. I'd maybe get 2 or 3 laps, but if I got 4 laps in a row, I'd fuck one corner up, and it would be a different corner each time. Getting ready to throw the
practice. We got to improve over the season as we get used to the car. It's part of the progression.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is hard car to learn the consistency. Like whatever I'm throwing at it, the car's like, nah, cold, nah.
Yeah.
A little bit warm, nah, cold.
It's definitely, it feels knifer edge, which I guess without the assistance in the GT3 makes sense. The GT3 kind of smooths over those little mistakes that you make and sort of averages them all out, and you kind of like, I can be consistent.
Yeah, definitely struggled with the brakes. Even then, with I did. I'm assuming I've still got 50. What it was, 50. 599 brake bias. I still was locking up fronts. Like I went.
But you weren't braking that hard. I thought you were.
No. But have a look at the wind down lap or the final lap. I thought, okay,
5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes left.
I went, I'll brake aggressively for this and just lock the front wheel up. I'm like, fuck me. So glad I didn't do that in the race.
So you're not moving the bias back in the race set?
Yeah. Well, not during the race.
So I moved mine back to 6 when I was in practice, and I mentioned it. But in the race, I'd moved it back to 5.5 because like I said before, I was thinking that maybe it was causing my loose rear end in the corners by having it back too far.
When you say 6, what's that reference?
That's the thing that you
on
can't see
the dash.
on
There's
the dash.
minus. Yeah.
Oh,
I
so
think it's percentage back from a 50-50 split. So -6 is 44%.
You mean 5.99, right?
Oh yeah, 5.99. I'm just rounding.
I know, but just so I know.
The default is 45.
Yeah, so it's
in
-5.
the garage. Okay.
Yep.
So I knock it back to 44.
Yep. So it's slightly more rearward, which is what Warwick and I have both done.
But I'm sitting in the car right now. I'm in a test session. What does it say there?